Psalm 78, verses 40 to 53.
The older we get, the more problems we seem to have with memory. And this is especially true when it comes to our relationship with God. In the Old Testament, Israel had a difficult time because they remembered what they should have forgotten, and they forgot what they should have remembered. In Psalm 78, verses 42 and 43, I read these words, "They remembered not his hand, nor the day when he delivered them from the enemy, how he had wrought his signs in Egypt, and his wonders in the fields of Zoan." How amazing! The Jews had seen God perform 10 wonderful miracles there in the land of Egypt. And Moses himself had pointed out, this is the hand of the Lord. And yet they forgot all about it. When they were delivered from Egypt and they got out into the desert, the first time they were thirsty, they complained. The first time they were hungry, they complained. And do you know what their constant cry was? Let's go back. Let's go back. What did they remember about Egypt? The bondage? No. The taskmasters? No. Being beaten and whipped? No. Carrying the heavy burdens? No, they didn't remember those things. They remembered the leeks and the onions and the garlics and the cucumbers. They remembered the things that satisfied their stomach. They did not remember the spiritual victories that God had given. They forgot God's deliverance. And they forgot God's guidance, how God guided them. Here was their God who fed them and led them, who protected them and provided for them, and they forgot about it. How could anyone be like that? Well, let's just look into the mirror. We have so often forgotten what God has done for us, and when we forget, we start to go back. Verse 41 of Psalm 78, "Yes, they turned back and tested God and limited the Holy One of Israel." Can you imagine that? Feeble, unbelieving man limiting Almighty God. But that's what happens. Don't limit God in your life today. You have a God of unlimited wisdom, unlimited power, and your life has unlimited potential in His hands. Trust Him. Don't turn back. Look ahead. Don't test Him. Trust Him. And remember His mercies.